Welcome back to BuzzBlast Whiz Kids, your go-to channel for exploring the world of tech, learning, and beyond. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful tools for success, habits. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve their goals while others struggle? Well, it all comes down to one thing: your daily habits. In this video, we're going to explore the magic of small, consistent actions with the help of the incredible book Atomic Habits by James Clear. We'll show you how to transform tiny changes into massive success through smart strategies that anyone, yes, even you, can follow. Let's blast off into today's lesson on atomic habits. Have you ever felt like you're drifting through life without making any real progress towards becoming the person you aspire to be? It usually hits us around the start of a new year. You picture yourself leaving behind bad habits and embracing new, better ones. You think, this time, it's going to be different. You convince yourself that this is the year you'll finally follow through on your goals. But before long, you're back to your old ways, no closer to your vision of who you want to be. So, how do you break free from these patterns? How can you create the habits that move you forward, and make them stick? That's exactly what Atomic Habits by James Clear is all about. In this video, we'll walk you through the core ideas from the book, including how habit loops work, the impact of dopamine, how to set up your environment for success. This is just a taste of what the book has to offer. If you find these ideas useful, I highly recommend picking up a copy. It's a game changer that belongs on everyone's bookshelf. Let's get started. Imagine a plane leaving New York and heading for Los Angeles. Now, imagine shifting its course just 3 degrees. That slight adjustment, about 80 inches, might seem minor. But after a few hours, instead of landing in Los Angeles, the plane would end up in Mexico. Our habits work the same way. Small, consistent changes in our behaviors can lead us down very different paths over time, sometimes without us even realizing it. You are what you repeatedly do. Atomic Habits: the power of incremental change. Minor adjustments to your daily routines can drastically alter where you end up, big efforts versus tiny gains. We often believe that success requires massive effort and significant breakthroughs. We expect that we need to make a big leap to stand out. But the truth is, it's the small, almost invisible improvements that, when compounded, create significant change over time. The impact of small gains. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you'll be nearly 38 times better by the end of it. On the other hand, if you get 1% worse every day, you'll soon be much worse off. Your habits can either lift you up, building skills, knowledge, and relationships, or drag you down with stress and negative thinking. Success is built on small habits. Big transformations are the result of small, consistent habits, not one-time, dramatic actions. The reality of progress. When we start working on something, we imagine a steady path toward success, with progress visible at every step. But the reality is different. At first, the changes are often so small they go unnoticed. This early phase, which James Clear calls the valley of disappointment, is where most people give up. They don't see results fast enough and assume they're failing. However, the true results of compounding actions are delayed, which is why patience is essential. Goals versus systems. Forget about setting goals. Focus on building systems. Goals are about the end result, while systems are about the steps you take to get there. We've been taught that to achieve anything, whether it's getting fit, succeeding in business, or spending more time with family, we need to set clear goals. But Clear suggests that by focusing on the process, rather than the result, we're more likely to succeed. Why systems beat goals? The difference between successful and unsuccessful people isn't their goals. Everyone has similar goals. The real difference lies in the systems they build. Reaching a goal gives you a temporary win, but it doesn't guarantee long-term success. What matters more is having a system that leads to continuous progress. Goals create an all-or-nothing mentality. If you reach your goal, great. If you don't, you may feel like you failed, even if you've made progress. Start with identity. The key to lasting change isn't what you achieve, it's who you become in the process. Focus on becoming the kind of person who naturally achieves the results you want. It's not about running a marathon, it's about identifying as a runner. It's not about learning an instrument, it's about becoming a musician. Once your desired behavior becomes part of your identity, the actions follow. How habits work. Cue, craving, response, reward. Habits form when behaviors become automatic. They help us solve problems with minimal effort. Each habit is part of a loop. Cue. Something triggers the habit. Craving. You feel the urge to act. Response. You take the action. Reward. You feel satisfied. Over time, the cue becomes linked to the habit, and the behavior becomes automatic. The 4 rules for building better habits. The book breaks down 4 key principles for creating habits that stick. Rule 1. Make it obvious. Most of your habits are so ingrained that you don't even notice them. The first step in changing a habit is to become aware of it. Use a habit scorecard to track everything you do throughout the day. Once you have a clear view of your daily routines, you can begin to adjust them. Rule 2. Make it attractive. We're more likely to repeat behaviors that are rewarding. Make your habits appealing by pairing them with something you enjoy. For example, if you enjoy watching Netflix, pair it with something productive, like doing light exercise. Rule 3. Make it easy. To build a habit, start small. If the task is too big, you'll struggle to stick with it. That's where the 2-minute rule comes in. Start with something so simple it feels almost effortless. Rule 4. Make it satisfying. For a habit to stick, it has to feel good. Small wins are important because they reinforce the behavior and make you want to repeat it. By following these 4 rules, you'll find it easier to build habits that last. Keep things simple, stay consistent, and let time do the rest. Now it's your turn. What strategies from Atomic Habits are you excited to apply in your life? Have you already tried some of these techniques, or do you have your own that work for you? Drop a comment below and share your experience with the community. Let's inspire each other to build better habits together. If you enjoyed this book review, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest videos.